What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the new episode of Papi's Gaming Show. I'm Papi. How you doing? Okay, so as you guys can see, today's topic is what do I want to see, or basically what I think will be kind of like some launch titles for the Nintendo Switch 2. So we're going to get more of a reveal in April. And I believe the system will probably um, be available to purchase like in holiday season 2025. So it'll probably be around October. I'm thinking around October is when it'll officially release, just in time for the holidays. Um, so that's kind of my theory of a release date, right? Um, Launch titles for sure, for sure. Um, Mario Kart 9. I feel like is pretty obvious at this point. Like everyone's talking about it. They like tried to make it sneaky by showing off like footage of it in the initial reveal trailer. But yeah, Mario Kart 9 for sure is going to be the launch title. And honestly, that is like the perfect launch title for a new Nintendo Switch. So it sounds like it's also going to be available for the normal Nintendo Switch. And so there's probably gonna be more games that to like actually convince people to buy it besides like it being a more powerful system. But I definitely think Mario Kart 9 is like the one that's going to be like the system seller. I still remember for the normal Nintendo Switch, it was definitely Breath of the Wild was like the system seller. Like, get this game, with this new system because Breath of the Wild was also going to be available or was available for the Wii U. And so technically it wasn't like a new like you couldn't play it if you got the Switch or you just stayed with the Wii U. But like you obviously wanted to play it on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm assuming they're going to try and do some marketing to like try to convince people to get the Switch too. But I definitely think Mario Kart 9 is it's going to be like the system seller for sure. Um, so yeah, I'm because the thing is, the system is probably going to have some sort of new feature, and so yeah, so they'll probably kind of try and show that off with Mario Kart 9. There's obviously going to be like a Switch Games 2 sort of thing, um, but yeah, so Mario Kart 9 for sure, and then so the other games I have on my list are more of like, well, the next one, I'll go with the next one that's probably more popular for sure. Um, Pokemon Legends ZA. I don't know if you guys remember this game, but it was announced in 2024. We didn't get much of anything about it or for it. We just know it's in Kalos and that it's another Pokemon Legends game, right? And I genuinely believe that the Switch 2 will launch with this game because it would be very smart to do that. Um, like if they took everything from the first Pokemon Legends Arceus and just like touched it up, you know, um, cleaned everything up a little bit, improved the graphics, all of that, and it was like the same game but in Kalos, it would be a perfect system seller as well. Um, so yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA. We haven't heard anything. At least I'm pretty sure we haven't heard anything about it ever since the initial reveal trailer um, last year. So yeah, but I genuinely believe that's going to be another game which will most likely be part of like the launch release titles. And then the other ones I have on my list are definitely not as popular. Like, will definitely not be like very attractive to like a lot of people, but to people like me, it would be like, oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. But I believe Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD2D remake um is going to be not a system seller, but it will definitely be for um Nintendo Switch 2. Well, now that I think about it, I don't know actually. I don't know because Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD2 remake was kind of scheduled to be released early in 2025. So, I don't know if it'll be with the Switch 2. I think it might come out in like springish time. I'm not 100% sure anymore. So, yeah, I kind of take that one back. But another one, I think Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is going to be another launch title for the Switch 2. Um, well, I don't know if it's a launch title, but it'll definitely be for Switch 2. And then also Switch 1, especially if they want to sell more copies, like they better make Switch 2, like for it for the Switch 2 and the Switch 1, obviously. So, yeah. But the other one I actually kind of just started, like, kind of thought about is Genshin Impact. I feel like that might be kind of like a system seller as well for the Switch 2 because I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, because like Genshin Impact, I used to play that when it was like first came out quite a bit, and I have buddies that like hella played that game, like hella played that game, um, and like I know that they're still coming out with like, or at least I'm pretty sure I haven't followed it for a while, but I they should still be coming out with like new regions and new characters and all that. And so yeah, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that it was like the developers or someone wanted to put it on the Switch, but it never came out. And so I always kind of thought, "Oh, it'll probably come out for Switch too." So I'm almost convinced that it'll also be kind of like a system seller is to like for people is Genshin Impact on the Switch 2 because the Switch 2 should be supposedly I think it has like the PS4 Pro specs. So it would definitely be able to run it, especially because you can play Genshin Impact on your phone. So you should definitely be able to play on the Switch 2. But yeah, but I believe Genshin Impact is also going to be a system seller for the Switch too. Um, but yeah, I think in terms of like actual system sellers, I think that's like it for like what I believe. And honestly, all of these games that I named, well, mostly Dragon Quest 1 and 2, Fantasy Life I, and Mario Kart 9, those three games I like for sure will buy, like for sure. So like whenever the Switch 2 comes out, like I will most likely buy it right away, like day one. But those three games will definitely be like another incentive for me to be like wanting to get the Switch 2, you know? So yeah, we'll see at the end of the day what actually gets announced as like launch titles. But out of all of them that I named, for sure, Mario Kart 9 is going to be the system seller. So, yeah, that's my sort of opinions. What do you guys think? What do you believe will be some launch titles for the Switch 2? Um, any games that I mentioned? Or do you have any other games you want to add to the list? Or let me ask you this: are you going to buy a Switch 2 when it releases? And when do you think it will release? Let me know. So, the rest of the video, I am going to talk about what I like to talk about, which is basically what I'm playing, what I'm watching, what I'm doing, gaming wise, anime. And then after that, I'll get into my community questions. So, two things before we get started. One, shout out to all my members, especially the PokeKid01, because he is part of the Ultra Papito tier and he also has gifted me a ton of members, so thank you, bro. Seriously, I appreciate you. shout out to everyone else that's a subscriber, that likes my videos, that enjoys watching me or joining my live streams. I really appreciate all you guys as well. Thank you for being a part of my community. And if you would like to be even more a part of my community, definitely join my Discord. We have a good time there. And, we talk about games and anime and all the gaming news there is. And you get to also ask me fun questions every week for my podcast. And this week, we only had one person ask 5 new questions. And these questions can be literally anything. And I will answer those questions after this segment I'm going to do right now, which again is what I'm playing slash watching slash doing. So let's talk about that. First one I want to talk about is, since last week, I have played Fantasy Life on the 3DS, Dragon Quest III HD2D Remake, Nuzlocke Challenge, and Elden Ring. I actually have not played Dragon's Dogma 2 this week. And so, yeah, I haven't been able to play that, but it's all good. But yeah, those 3 games are definitely games I played. And Fantasy Life on the 3DS, I am absolutely addicted to right now. Like, dude, I am grinding like crazy in that game. Since the last time I spoke, I mastered 3 more lives at least. This time, I think I mastered 2 more, which was the fishing, the angler, and the wait, no, hold on. Or maybe it was the mercenary and the angler. And then I just got started on the um sewing. I just got started on sewing. So now I'm in the sewing life, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember if mercenary was last week or this week. But yeah, it was mercenary, and then now I just mastered angler last night, and now I think last night or this morning I changed to sewing. It might have been last night, but anyways, so yeah, right now I'm at doing sewing is where I'm at right now, and um, yeah, it's a good time, man. It's a really good time. I only have, I think it's including this life. I have, is it 3 more lives to master? I have sewing I need to master. I have to master mage or wizard. I need to master cooking. I think it including this one, I think it's only 3 more lives. Unless there's one more that I'm forgetting. But yeah. So anyways, there's that. I'm really excited to continue mastering the lives. It's a really good time. I keep meeting new characters, new masters, and I'm like absolutely addicted to the grind, man. I'm having a really good time. So, and I obviously, like, this is probably pretty obvious, but like I keep I'm noticing more and more that the game is basically divided into 3 different types of lives. There's the combat life, there's the crafting life, and then there's the gathering life. So, as of right now, out of those 3, in terms of like in terms of like which type of life I'm enjoying the most, I would probably say combat is number 1, but the gathering lives are probably a close second. I'm actually really enjoying gathering. Like, I love the wood cutting one was fun. Fit the angler one was fun. Um, Mining was actually really fun too. I enjoyed mining quite a bit. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the gathering ones as well. Crafting is definitely my least favorite, but it's still not super boring. Like, I'm enjoying it still. So I am kind of trying to divide the classes or the lives I master into like those 3, like do like a combat one first, then do a gathering one, and then a crafting one. So I'm kind of doing that. Like the one I just mastered the angler, which is a gathering one, and before that it was a combat one, a mercenary. Oh no, it was a hunter. Before that it was a hunter. That's right. Mercenary was last week. This week it was hunter and then angler. That's right. Okay, yes. So I just mastered hunter and angler this week. That's what I did. Yes, hunter was a lot of fun. It was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Um, but yeah, hunter and angler, and then now I'm doing the sewing. And so yeah, and so next I'll probably do wizard next, and then after that I'll probably do cooking, and then I think there's one more crafting class or life after that, but I can't remember what. Oh, alchemy, alchemy. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I'll probably finish with alchemy, and then after that, because I'm just getting to master on all the lives. After that, I will definitely go and actually do the Origin Island, or there might be some post game content that I still haven't done. So yeah. So anyways, that's my plan as of right now, and I'm still going strong with like continuously, grinding the lives, and so I think I'll be playing Fantasy Life for another month or so at least. So yeah, and I'm excited about that. But yeah, that's Fantasy Life 3DS. Besides that, I am playing. Let's do Elden Ring. So Elden Ring was really fun this last playthrough that I did, this last live stream. Um, Basically, I'm chilling outside of Morn Castle. Well, not necessarily like right outside, but like before the part where there's that giant wall where there's like that giant knight that shoots arrows, like in that grace or bonfire with the other like merchant guy. That's where I'm chilling. And last stream this week, I took out the Knights Cavalry that chills there at night, and then I went and did some exploration in like kind of a bottom section of the map where there was the demi-human queen that I just fought and got her staff, which was a way better staff than the one I had. So yeah, so I'm glad I did that. Now I'm gonna go a little bit to the right side. Oh, and there was a bunch of like teleporting. Well, no, they weren't teleporting. They like used gravity attacks. There's like a gravity attack monster with like minions that were all that they all had like scythes, but I took them out, and then I went to the tower to get like a memory stone thing. I forgot what it did, but I got that by killing the spiritual turtles or the dogs, as people say. um, and now next playthrough, excuse me. I just got to the catacomb in that little area, which I will be exploring that um, next playthrough. Oh, I also went into like the mining area that's like close to that demi-human queen person thing. So yeah, that was fun too. But yeah, so yeah, slowly but surely we're making progress in Elden Ring. So yeah, I'm really glad that I got the PS5 because Elden Ring is a game that I want to finish like really badly. Like not I'm not in a hurry to finish it, but I just want to like finish it. And so cuz like all of the From Software games that I've played, and I've played most of them besides Demon Souls and Sekiro, all of them I have basically 100%ed. So technically I never played Dark Souls 1's DLC. Technically I never played that. So yeah, I still have to do that. I still have to do that actually. But Elden Ring has never been a game I completely beat, and I want to because I always beat them. And like Elden Ring for me is like probably the best version of like all the From Software games that I've played, but I still haven't beat it. But the other thing is, it's just so big. It's such a freaking huge game, dude. It's so freaking ginormous. But I do want to beat it. I really do. So yeah, that is definitely a goal of mine. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. The next game I played this week for sure has also been Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, which was a blasty blast of a time. Um, in my last live stream that I played that game, I was able to collect the was it the it was the green orb, the one where you fight the dying flame boss fight, which was a pain in the butt until I learned Kazap. Kazap totally annihilated all of those freaking losers, dude. So it's funny because in my personal playthrough, I'm way further than where I am in my Nuzlocke challenge, um, like file. And dude, my first playthrough, like I did not have any trouble with the Dying Flame boss fight, like zero problems. But this time that I'm like right now, I'm currently solo, because I'm trying to like level up my main character before I get my party members back, and I'm also trying to progress the story so I don't keep like just being stuck in one spot. Um, Basically, it was way harder until I unlocked Kazap, and then I was able to just wipe the floor with the Dying Flame boss fight. Right now, though, I'm having a different problem because I'm trying to beat the stupid troll boss, and I have not been successful. That thing is wrecking me. So I have been having a lot of trouble with that right now. But yeah, but basically what's left for me to do currently on the Nuzlocke challenge is get the silver orb and get the yellow orb. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna maybe get the yellow orb before I try the troll boss fight again, but we'll see. But yeah, we're getting close to we're making some progress. Let's just say that for that game. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's basically everything I've played this week that I can think of. I'm pretty sure that's it. Um, but yeah, and then besides that, um, let's talk about anime a little bit. This week I've been heavily watching a lot of Hajime no Ippo, and they just released a couple more seasons, which is fantastic. But yeah, I am still watching that, and I am absolutely enjoying it. Ippo eventually took on the main character, eventually took on the champion, Date, and barely lost to him. Like, barely lost to him. And, like, it was so sad that he lost to him, but I think it was good for him. But, yeah, he lost to him, and then it took him a couple months to recover. And during that time, Date left the belt to fight for a world championship. So he like gave up his belt, his title to be able to do that. And then two really strong characters fought each other to for the belt, and that was Sendo and Volg. And that fight was super good. That was really fun to watch. But yeah, but Ippo's finally recovered and he's fighting again. He just fought I think a dude from Taiwan, and he attempted the his new move that he's like practicing, the Dempsey roll, and it was pretty sick. It was pretty sick. So yeah, and so now he was challenged by Sendo, the champion. So yeah, his next big fight is going to be against Sendo. So that'll be fun to watch. I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's where we're at with anime. Besides that, I haven't watched anything else. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically it for what I'm playing, what I'm watching, what I'm doing. Besides that, I'm working as much as I can on my card game. I think I'm making some progress in terms of like the story for it, because I've had a story kind of that I created a while ago that I've been kind of feeding off of and kind of changing up and editing this and updating that and kind of like changing about around things here and there. And I kind of changed it up a lot, honestly, recently. And but I think I found a better version that I'm really happy about. So yeah, so I think I'm ready to actually get started a little bit more seriously on like the story portion of it. But yeah, so I'm still working on that, especially like the card game version. I need to draw more. I need to do a lot of drawing. So I'm gonna have to just draw like a lot. So we'll see how that goes. Um yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that'll be the next thing I'm working on for that. Um, but yeah, okay, so let's move on to the questions from my Discord members. Again, if you would like to ask me questions, any questions you want, it could be about games, anime, movies, TV, whatever. You just ask me whatever you want. And I will answer them to the best of my abilities. But like I said, this week we only had one person ask me 5 questions, and that was Erdrick the Luminary. So his first question is, do eyebrows count as facial hair? Why or why not? Well, if we're talking like technical terms, yes, because it's on your face. So technically it is facial hair. But in the sense that most people understand facial hair, I would say no, because everyone that thinks facial hair only thinks beard, you know? No one ever thinks like eyebrows or eyelashes, you know, or nose hair. Like technically, nose hair could be considered facial hair as well, right? So yeah, I would say it depends on the person you're talking to. But I would say most people would not count it as facial hair. And for me, I would say like it just depends on if you want to be technical or if you want to just be a normal person and just, you know, just count it as like your beard and mustache. So, yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I didn't really answer your question. I'm just going to say it depends on the person you're asking. So there's that. Okay, if rings are round, how come a boxing ring is square? You know what? That's a really good question. And I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm very, very sure there's a reason for it. But I don't know what it is. So there you go. If a person tells you they're a pathological liar, can you believe them? Mm, mm, mm. Hmm. That's a good question. But I would say yes, because that a pathological liar, hmm. If a person tells you they're a pathological liar, it's probably they're probably being honest in that specific situation. I would assume that a lot of pathological liars don't say that. But if somebody does say that, like you would only say that to someone else if it were true. So, yeah, I believe yes. If someone tells you they're a pathological liar, it I would say yes, you can believe them. I would believe them. Yeah. Which one of your kids is your favorite? um I don't have favorites for sure. I love both my kids the way that they are. They're both different so far from what I've noticed. They're still very young, but you can tell they have different personalities for sure. But um my kids, it's funny, like my oldest son definitely prefers his mom over me. And then my youngest son prefers me over mom. So, yeah, he prefers to just be with me. And so it's kind of funny. But I love both of them so much. So much. I can't even put it into words. So, anyways, which is better, iPhone or Android? Not which you prefer, but which you genuinely think is an overall better product. Um, Listen, I think Android is better because usually, from what I hear, it's Androids are better. They're like, but this is what I would say iPhone is smarter, like the company, the people that work at iPhone, because Android is kind of like the way I see Android is like they're trying desperately to like try out new things and see like if it basically if it like becomes successful or not. They're trying to get to the goal first, basically. But and iPhone is kind of like the guy that like watches what Android is doing and then just kind of picks the best part of it, kind of sees what works and then picks that and then makes their product, like adds that to their new product or whatever. So I kind of like Android is like better in the sense that like it tries out a lot of new stuff or it's like more advanced, but iPhone is smarter in the sense of like they actually grab what works from what Android is doing and then, you know, that's like a the improvement they go with or whatever. So that's kind of how I see it. Um, so yeah, hopefully I answered your question. But yeah. So anyways, that was basically it for my episode today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my episode. Let me know if you did or didn't. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys very much. Like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member. And we'll see you on the next video, okay? Peace out.